Hi! I hope wherever you are on this planet you are living in love. Have you ever felt like you lost everything? Today we're going to talk about what it feels like and what to do if you feel like your life is in shambles. 4 years ago, my life was a total wreck. Everything that I had worked for, everything that I had wanted to create was in shambles. I went through a $13 million bankruptcy and lost a beautiful, beautiful farm. I chose to divorce the father of my children, the man that I had been married to for 25 years, because I was dying in that relationship. My religion was my whole life, and some of my children chose to walk away from it, and I was so afraid. My brother James, who was my only friend in my family, died of an accidental drug overdose. And as a result of his death, I had a complete falling out with my family. There came a point where I went to sleep at night and I did not know why I was still on this planet. It was a fucking tough year. It's hard for me to even talk about it right now. I want to talk to you about 3 very specific things that got me through that year. 3 things that didn't depend on anyone else, because you can do these too. No matter what is going on in your life, no matter what is happening, you have the ability to be resilient. The first thing is patience. We have to be patient. And one of the best ways to know if you're being patient is if you're in a conversation with somebody else, do you have the ability to listen to them? Even and especially if you have something you want to say. One of the things that really supported me through that year was listening to my children. No matter what they were saying to me, no matter how opposite our views were, I was always willing to listen patiently to my children. The patience that I was able to show and feel in my conversations with my children or with anyone rippled into my whole life. Whether it was my brother's death, whether it was the bankruptcy, whether it was the divorce, it didn't matter. If you can be patient when you are talking to somebody and just listen to them, it will support you in being more resilient. The second thing that allowed me to be resilient through possibly the hardest year of my life was gratitude. I would write in my journal every day what I was grateful for. And I was grateful for big things and little things. Like, I was so grateful that I could take a shower, a hot shower, every single day. I was grateful that I could have a cup of hot chocolate. I was so grateful that my divorce was going amicably and that my children's father was willing to pay me alimony so that I could continue to work on my degree and raise our children. Being grateful and staying in that mindset all the time. I was so grateful that the summer before my brother died, I had gone and seen him, and I had taken my children to see him on a whim. He and I had talked on the phone, and he would call me and we would talk about traveling the world together. But just on a whim, I had thought, I'm just gonna go. I just decided to go up and see him in Seattle. And I was so grateful that I had gotten to spend that time with him. I was so grateful for how hard I had worked in my marriage, because it allowed my children's father and I to be friends and to be kind to each other and to show our children that we could still be a family, even through a divorce. Gratitude will support you in the most powerful way in being resilient through whatever trial and trauma you are going through today. The third thing that I recognize that I did during that time is I let go of having to control everything. I let go of needing to have all the answers. I completely embraced the unknown. I literally began to live on faith. Before that, I had always talked about faith, but that was when I truly started living by faith. Often when people hear the word faith, they only think of religion. For me, my faith is in Jesus Christ. Whatever it is that you have faith in, that allows you to let go of control, that's what you get to have faith in. You and I are different, unique, magnificent human beings. You, my children, and I, and everyone in the whole world, we all get to believe and have faith in whatever allows us to let go and live in the unknown. One of my favorite poems today is about a swan, and how swans, when they're on the earth, they waddle and they walk around, but then as soon as they get to the edge of the earth and the water, and then they step into the water, they glide. And that's kind of how it's been for me. That as I just step on that edge and then sink into the water or into the unknown, I am more resilient. So if you want to be able to deal with the shit that happens in your life that is not very fun and that you don't like, practice patience in every conversation that you have. Check yourself. Be grateful. Look for the little things and the big things that you can be thankful for every single day. And let go of needing to control everything. Open up to the unknown. Open up to uncertainty. There are so many gifts in the unknown. If you do these three things, you will be a more resilient human being, and you will add to the sum total of resilience in the human race. And we need that right now. We need resilience. As we go through this pandemic, as people lose their businesses, as divorce happens, as we lose people we love, resilience is absolutely vital for you and for me and for all of us to be able to thrive. Resilience is part of your DNA. Try these three things today, because they will help you feel more resilient.